brilliant fucking name. Hey guys, gals, and non-binary pals. Welcome back to another Alandressa session. We're -1 Victor for the moment, but he's on his way in. He's just running a few minutes late. Don't worry, you will get some sweet Victor nectar. But in the meantime, we have got Mars, Tats, Katie, Shen, and B. How is everybody doing?
Doing good. Doing great.
We're all doing excellent backflips.
Everyone's doing excellent backflips. We've had four backflips from 3 people because Ruby did 2. Did a 14 and wanted to outdo herself and got an 8 instead. So, you know, you're sucking at those backflips. Briar tries to flex real hard, just doing an athletics, showing how strong. Gets a nat 1 and ends up pulling a muscle in your shoulder. I hope everybody is doing well. I am doing okay. I was just telling everybody about how I was going to make some chicken fajitas, and the chicken was already off, even though it's supposed to have 4 more days on it. So B is saying that she's right for being vegetarian. I mean, you know, opinions. Well, what can I say? But we are in session 18 today. We're nearly at session 20. When we get to session 20, we're going to have a recap that I'll do, which is like going to be, you know, a bunch of the sort of clips from previous sessions so that people will understand exactly where we are. However, shall we have a bit of a recap now?
Let's do it.
Last session, Ruby stayed behind. Ruby made sure to clean up the dairy. Asked that Leopold go with you guys, and you set off downhill towards the city of Kashala Port. David in chat is calling me a chicken fajita. You're quite right, David. I am spicy. I'm well put together, and you won't forget me. Ha! Turned it around. Anyway,
and clearly have gone off.
Yeah, I'm well past my best. So the you head downhill towards Kashala Port, and you had the choice of 2 different routes to take, left and right. And on one side, it smelt of ash, like ashes and soot and burning, and on the other side, it smelt like manure, fresh manure. The group chose to go on the ash side of things, not Aarakocra Ash, not our favourite birdie boy, birdie person. In fact, it was the smell of burning bodies in a brush fire. And the area was surrounded by Valkyries who were trying to obscure the area with fog clouds and obscure mirages of people who would talk and say creepy things. But not to be deterred, the group pushed forwards and ended up coming afoul of the leader of the Valkyries and a few of the others. Together, you discussed things. They explained that things have not been right as of late, that things have been, in fact, quite wrong, and that perhaps you got the sense that perhaps Ragnarok had a problem, was perhaps causing problems here, shall we say. You pushed on past and headed down towards Kashala Port, where you found yourselves in a tavern. That tavern was headed up by 2 people, one of whom was a genteel older gentleman, and another was a brash younger guy. And the brash younger guy got fired, and that left the doors open for Leopold to take a place there. Leopold is guaranteed safe as far as the owner is concerned. He gave you his word. Ruby is yet to catch up with the party, but Ruby wouldn't find it difficult to see them, as even in the dimming light of day, as it gets on towards nighttime now, in this twilight of winter, in the snow-filled landscape, you would see the 6 people, that includes nobody, walking towards an orphanage and standing there at the doors. Ruby would have, of course, used the monks and Tabaxi's incredible speed and agility to make it down the mountain that you have trod many times before, without any difficulty, to get to where you are. No worries, Tats. Let me know if you need the stream to time out too. What we do now is we get to where you all are at the front door of the orphanage. Ruby has just caught up with the group and doesn't know why you guys have come to this doorway or where Leopold is. I will leave it to you guys to continue from here.
Guys,
Hey, Ruby.
where
Oh,
are
hey.
we?
The
Where
orphanage.
where are we? Why are we at an orphanage?
We thought we could pick up one.
We could pick up a child. Oh god, visible sweat from Ruby despite being a furry animal creature.
Kidding. We've got some clues that led us here.
Clues being
Isabel
so we
has a
don't
brain
know why
fart.
we're here. We don't know
Brain
why we've
farting.
come to an orphanage. We've just found clues.
It was
Okay.
the folks that work here. I remember one of them, we followed them here.
Why?
Oh.
Did you follow a man or woman or non-binary individual here?
Oh no! But nobody said that she. They said death
Yes.
is glooming here. Isn't
At
that
the
right, Nick?
Oh,
orphanage.
yeah. I'm real sorry about that. The feel that I got was that something bad, or, well, bad to you guys, not bad to me. I'm quite happy with it. I was worried that something was about to happen over here, and I got a real sense of this one particular individual who, well, he's this scrawny old man, and I don't really know what's about to happen, but something big. You also remember at the end of last session, you all had some different checks. None of them were particularly high rolls, so you didn't really learn much by it. But if anybody wanted to do any other checks while you were at this point, you can still take a look in through the door. The guy who was here at the door has already walked off. He's gone on his merry way to try and get some more carrot juice. The guy that you came here following is nearing the top of the stairs that you can see through the hallway. Remember, he is an old, scrawny man with pale skin, sunken eyes, the look of a bent-over old crone, and he walks with no footprints left behind, wearing only socks. He carries 2 umbrellas.
Ruby, not having seen the guy or anything like that, wants to do a perception check on more on the building, or maybe poking through. So be a perception
Sure.
check for Ruby if possible, please.
Well, the doors are left open, so if you want to, then you can. But I will leave you to do that. Give me a roll.
Also, Ruby, just so you know, speaking about old people, Leo's with the old guy at the tavern. He got a job.
Oh. Oh, okay.
He seems to like it. We asked.
Oh. I guess when he wasn't here, I presumed he was just in the tavern keeping warm. Once we've done here, I'll drop by if you don't mind to the tavern.
You say that as something catches your eye. You see that this orphanage is old and well looked after in some respects, but it's gone by the wayside in others. The basic structure of the thing doesn't look like it's had much of a patchwork in a very long time, and it looks from the outside that it is an old building. And when you can say about certain things is, what do you call it? When you say about some things that there are, well looked after, well cared for, well lived in, This is certainly lived in, but I wouldn't say well by any stretch of the imagination. This is covered in cobwebs. It's dusty. It's dark and cold. It looks like there's not much in the way of light on the inside, and whatever flickering light sources you can see are only really visible from where you're stood. You don't really even see them through the open windows that line the property. The whole place is wooden built. It's quite large, but it still seems quite claustrophobic when you poke your head through. And as for the man, you can't really see much of him, but he does disappear up the top of the stairs as he gets to the top floor, of which there are 2.
Was this me, or was this me and Aldrin?
That was you. I am still waiting to hear what Aldrin wants to investigate. What specifically are you investigating?
Sorry, I had muted for a second.
Mm-hmm.
So Aldrin is wanting to kind of go up closer to the door, investigate through this open doorway, really scan where this guy's going at the top of the stairs, see if there's anything in this front hall even that would give us a better clue about who he might be, what's going on here.
Okay. With a dirty 20, there's no footprints left behind, nothing wet on the floor. It doesn't look like he's disturbed any of the dust on the handrails. The umbrellas that he was holding, one was blue and one was red. He got to the top of the
Does it
stairs.
look
You
like
didn't
he's
see anything
cold?
more than that. He didn't give you any indication of that, no. When you see him get to the top of the stairs, you don't see him anymore, as he's then on the next floor. As for the room itself in this open hallway, you can see that there is an archway that leads through to a back area. There's an archway that leads into a secondary room on the left, directly off this place, right before the stairs. And there's various other rooms around. You would imagine that it's quite a large property. There's got to be some kind of, sectioning of the rooms off in some regard. But yeah, there's rooms. There's not a great deal in the open hallway here. There's no real shoes by the door. There's no coats hanging up. There's no scarves on a hook. It doesn't seem like these kids, whoever they are, get to leave very often.
Okay. Can Aldrin do a check also for any kind of traps or magic traps? And what would that be, if yes?
I would say probably, I don't know, either investigation or arcana. If you're looking for magic, then it'd be arcana. If you're looking for just traps in general, then it would be investigation. But
Well,
you don't. Yeah, you feel like there's no
Okay.
traps. Yeah, you feel like there's no
Okay.
traps. You're pretty confident in that.
Ruby turns to Aldrin and goes, "Do you think we should go in? I mean, doesn't look like it's the best kept place. Maybe we should check out inside."
It doesn't seem to have any magical traps. I mean, it doesn't seem to be threatening. It's just a little creepy. I mean, it might just be because it's a place with a lot of little kids that are sad. But it is
As
a
you
little
say,
odd.
as you say, kids that are sad, you hear a scream from one of the kids upstairs.
That's more than sad.
Ruby charges inside.
I follow.
Okay.
Oh shit. Here we go.
Let's go, people.
There is, as you run in through the building, there is a guy over on the left in the room next to you who sees you and points out, "Hey, what are you doing in here?"
But
We heard a child scream.
Kids, scream! It's nighttime. They have terrors. What do you want?
I want to go and check on that kid.
That is our duty, not yours. If you take one more step inside, I am going to remove you.
Well, why don't you come with us to check on the kid?
All this commotion has gotten another person from the back to come out. What's going on? What's going on?
There are
These
children screaming.
intruders, coming inside because they heard one of the kids having a nightmare.
Why do you need weapons to take care of kids?
A lot of people try to get in here. A lot of people.
To an
Insight
orphanage? Really?
Children are valuable to the Fae. They use them as slaves. He's telling the truth. Children are valuable to the Fae.
Knows that is true.
Slaves. Yeah. Now, if you don't give me a satisfactory reason for why you're inside here, I will ask you to leave. You hear screams again
can
upstairs.
You tell us?
I'm looking
Can
for
you
the
tell us
gentleman in the
who's-
socks.
Yeah, can you tell us who the gentleman in the socks is?
What the fuck are you talking about?
The man who just
Guy
came
in
in
some
here in
socks.
nothing but socks, and he had umbrellas, and he went upstairs.
Guy in socks?
Yeah. He
In
wasn't
this
cold enough,
weather?
and he didn't leave a trail of water behind. If you couldn't see him, then maybe that kid was attacked by him.
I
and maybe
think
he's a fae.
I think you're seeing things. Honestly, I think you're
I think
seeing
maybe
things.
it's a fae that put its spell on itself.
All right, this is
And
the
you're
last
not
I'm
doing
having
your
of
job,
this.
Mister.
I'm gonna say.
You're not doing your job by
Ruby-
not checking on that kid, Mister.
I
You're
will
not
ask
protecting
you
him right
to
now.
leave.
Ruby wants to the guy who's closest, so this gentleman.
Yeah.
Ruby wants to awakened mind, so telepathically speak to this guy,
Okay.
in a slightly different tone or
Yeah.
accent, and just say, "You really should check out the man in the socks upstairs."
Okay. Yeah. All right. Give me a. We'll need 2 rolls for this. One is going to be a performance check to see how convincing the accent is.
Yeah.
And the other
I
is
was
going to
waiting
be
for that. Thanks.
the other is going to be a deception to see how much they believe you. Performance is a 5. Deception is a 12. Okay. Okay.
Stop shitting on my accents, man.
I'm not shitting on them. I just I'm coughing. I'm coughing. I'm coughing.
Yeah, sure, you failed that roll.
You shut the fuck up. You hear
Yeah,
back.
that was your performance.
Yeah. Hey, I'm gonna do my own performance check here. I'm gonna do my own performance check. See how convincing I am. That's a 6. You can tell that I'm shitting all over Ruby. Well, with your performance check of 5 for that accent, and your deception roll of 12, this guy you hear back in like through telepathy through. Oh, actually, do you get a response with that spell or not? I forget.
Let me double check what it
Because
says.
some
I'm
of them
pretty
you
sure
do
it's
get a
just one
response, and some
way.
you don't.
Telepathically speak. Oh, it won't let me do.
It doesn't
I
say
can't see
anything
any more
about the
detail.
response.
It just says. No, it just says telepathically speak. So
Right.
that doesn't say talk to or speak with. I think it's speak at.
And it's on features.
Yeah, awakened mind.
I think it is just one way. Also, hi, and sorry.
Hello, I saw you come in. I was laughing too hard at the accent, sorry.
No, that's cool. That's cool. I
Yeah,
think
it
it is
looks
a
like
one-way.
only
thing.
you can speak to them.
Yeah,
They
I
can
was
talk.
just reading
You
it myself. It's
You know
yeah,
what?
You can
If-
only talk to them.
If my accent makes the DM laugh, then I'm just using. I was helping Victor out while he wasn't here.
Yes. This guy this guy he looks to you. He sort of reaches one hand up to his mustache. He's got a very thick mustache, this guy, and he starts twirling it. And the guy next to him is like, Stepper, what's the thing? What's wrong? Well, what's wrong is this fucking tabaxi in front of me just made some really fucking weird speech into my head, and I've got to tell you, didn't fancy it. Oh, is that right, Stepper? Yes, it is, Dipper. Bloody brilliant. Look, you've given me a laugh. I'm sorry about that, but I don't care for the sound of no child screaming. They are clearly just having night terrors. We are on duty. If you try to enter this place any further than here, then we will oust you, and it will be our blades that do it. Can you please turn around and leave before this gets ugly? Uglier than that fucking accent, whatever that was.
Look, how about we all just calm down a second? And how about we make a deal? How about two of us go, one or two of us go with one of you to check and ease our minds. If nothing's happened, then we'll go away peacefully. But if something happens, and you need a hand up there, you better let us stay for a bit.
How about one of you can go? One. And one of us will stay down here, but the rest of you must stand outside as that one person of us keeps the door closed. We will promise that we will not harm your compadre, whoever you choose to go, but these are the terms. It would be unfair for one of us to stay down here and have a 6-on-1 fight. So it's only fair that the rest of you take a step outside.
And if we do that, if there is something wrong that needs help, you'll allow us to, my companions or myself, to come in, whoever goes up with you.
Ooh. I
We
have an
could cross
idea.
it. Go on.
And no. This is not in character.
Okay.
Can
Go
I
on.
step out and turn into an animal and ride on whomever's shoulder is going in the room, so that way they have backup just in case?
Ooh.
I'm not against it as Luke, but you need to do the roles necessary to deceive.
Well, can't be you that does the initial go in, and you can't let us know of the plan. So the DM technically doesn't have an idea, or the NPC, should I say?
Right. I'm open to it, but for everybody else to sort of give you tips or advice or tell you what to do would be metagaming. So this is going to be on you to do for yourself. Unless you want to try and do a stealth roll to make it so that you whisper this to somebody and they don't hear. Because I don't think that you do particularly well on those rolls,
I do
judging
not.
by history.
So who's going to be? Are we going to
So
agree to
what's-
these terms, guys?
I agree to this terms myself. What do you think, Dipper? Yeah, I agree. Yeah. I will be the one to go upstairs. Stepper, you stay down here. And we'll keep the doors closed. Make sure that they stay outside where they are. Yeah, I could do that. I could do that. Alright.
All right.
Can we step outside to discuss who would be best to check on the children, who has the best demeanor?
Yeah,
Do
I
we
don't
have
see any
time?
problem with that discussion. You hear more
Right,
screams
everybody
upstairs.
outside to discuss. Really quick.
I know we might not have time, Ruby, but it's either this or get chucked out and never get in there.
Sorry, that was less Ruby and more B. Like this, I don't know what that guy is doing upstairs. We just anyway, it's fine.
I'm looking for the spell. Hold on. I am gonna turn into a little rat
Oh.
again.
It'll be in your features tab, not the spells tab.
Thank you.
Because it's a magical ability rather than a spell. Wild shape, there you go. Alright, so you're going to turn into a mouse?
Yep, and then I look at everybody like, okay, let's go. Who's going?
Alright.
Who's going?
Isabel's still inside. Victor's in the doorway. What do you guys want to do?
Oh.
Who's going in?
Who would be best?
Ash, I'm the only one who can speak to you right now. So I don't know if we should go in.
Well, you can.
I
I'll
think
go
I
next
think
to Ruby.
You
I'm
can
thinking.
send
Sorry,
us a
after you.
message. You can
Yeah.
send us a message while we're outside, correct?
If I can see you and you're within my distance, yeah, I can. I can do my best.
I'll step out to him.
I just love that your BFFs in chat and wetting themselves at your accent, by the way.
Hey! Oh, I am so...
Hi,
Memes.
Memes. Hi, Memes.
That's very rude.
You did an accent that my whole family has the accent of. I'm so much the worst person to do a Liverpudlian
That
accent
wasn't
to.
Scouse. I don't know what
That
accent
sounded
was,
like
but
it was
just
trying to
came
be.
out.
It just,
I don't know what it was trying to be. I think it was
What-
trying to be Scottish.
whatever
I
it
thought you were
was,
doing
it fell out of your mouth. It did not fall off the tongue.
did.
It
I
dropped
didn't
out.
anticipate any of that coming out, but it did.
I
Never
read
mind.
it as
It's
Scouse,
fine.
but clearly it was a. If it was a Scouse, if it was a Scottish, then it was a poor man's Scouse. Right.
Okay, don't tell that to a Scotsman. Anyway, Ruby, not Ruby. Ash, let's go.
Okay, so the two of you are going inside. One of these guys walks up to Victor and puts a hand out and says, "You need to leave before these can go in."
Okay.
No,
and
no,
I'll
he
back
doesn't know
off.
I'm there. I'm in
He
Ruby's
closes
pocket.
the door. No, not you. He was telling Victor because Victor was still inside. Okay. So
Oh, I
this
thought
guy
he
then
said
goes
please.
upstairs.
Yeah,
You
the
get-
other guard is going with you.
Yeah. So this
Okay.
guy goes upstairs as the other guy guards the door. Are you guys going to go upstairs with?
Yeah, I'm.
Yeah,
following
go
Ruby.
upstairs.
Okay. Then let me just move you up to the
I was
top
gonna
of the
say,
stairs.
did you want to move us? Yeah.
Are there windows on the second floor of this building?
There are. Now then, he gets up to the top of the stairs, and you see that there is one door open and one door closed out of this passageway.
Ruby goes
Aldrin's-
through the open door.
Okay.
Just real quick, Aldrin's gonna cast levitate on themselves and watch through the window.
Okie dokie. As you walk in through the door, you see that there is the old man crouched over, hunched over this child in this bed, with the red umbrella raised high in their hand, with the ribs of it open, and they look like their eyes are glowing, but you can only just tell from behind as there's like a faint glow from the face area. And magical sort of wisps and wanes and wails and screams are coming from out of the umbrella as he places it over the top of this child.
Ruby runs next to him, I guess, to work out what he's actually doing.
Okay. What do you want to do at this point? You're stood next to him, he's still doing it.
Go to grab the red umbrella.
Go to grab it?
Yeah, or like, he's holding it, sort of like grab his hand to stop, because I'm not stopping to work out what he's doing. I'm just going to grab.
Okay. Then everybody roll initiative.
Oh no.
Sorry,
Just us?
don't mind me.
Uh-oh.
Okay.
Did you miss me, guys?
This guy, you're doing this. Actually, the first person who gets to act on initiative order is Ash.
I want to jump down and bite him.
As a
Wait.
mouse.
Yeah.
Okay, let me get the mouse stat block out. We'll see what a mouse can do. There is no mouse stat block in this compendium, so we'll go for rat. So a single rat This is your stat block. Wow, they've got a strength of 2.
You know what? I'm gonna take it.
And they have HP of 1 and an AC of 10. The rat does a bite roll, which is a 17, which will hit. The damage they roll is a 1d4, which is 1 damage.
Well, maybe I got his attention.
That hits, and his withered face turns towards both of you as he regards this rat on his hand trying to bite at him, and Ruby starting to reach for this umbrella, and he sort of snarls and screams at you. I won't do it because I don't want to actually hurt people's ears IRL, but imagine that this guy is screaming at you.
So, did the guard with us react at all?
He's in the room behind you, looks quite puzzled.
Ruby will shout, what the fuck are you doing?
Around the children? Oh my gosh.
What, to this guy? Or to the
Yep.
to the
No.
leader guy?
To Umbrella Man, Mr. Umbrella Man.
He keeps his mouth wide open. It seems like his jaw is dropping even further as he stares at you and screams.
Oh. Okay. Is it initiative order now? Or
It is
are we
initiative
out?
order now, yes. Yes, it is.
Okay.
So rats can only do 1 action, and it is to bite. So that's the end of the rat's action. That means that you've got movement, or it's the end of your turn.
Well, since I am in rat form, I'm gonna
Thanks,
scurry
Strike!
under the bed.
See you again soon! You're gonna scurry under the bed. Okay.
Yeah. Can I move the mouse?
Can you what, sorry?
The mouse that you put in. I don't. I
You
can't
want the
move
rat
it
to
from
go
the
underneath the bed? Like underneath where the child is? Or like over here?
bed. The other bed.
Oh, that
bed.
bed. Right,
If
okay.
I can go that far.
Well, yeah, you should be able to. What's their walking speed? 20 feet. They've got a movement speed of 20 feet, rats. In that case, it's now Victor's turn. Victor, you don't know what's happening upstairs because they've not told you yet. You only know that there is screaming, this time of an ungodly volume, and it does not sound like a child.
He was having Discord trouble, but he says in the messages that he wanted to try and get us in sneakily.
I want to try and get us in, whether it's through the door or window, but like sneaky. Okay, well then it will be on initiative order. You would need to do some kind of check. So on your turn, which it is now, you can decide what you want to do with it. If you would like to sneak your way in, then you can try and do that. I don't know how well you'll be able to sneak the whole group in, and it would be turn by turn, so we'll say that it's probably going to have to be person by person, since we're in initiative order at this point. So, what, if anything, is... Victor is not in the Discord chat, so can't say or do anything. Shall we act for Victor then? Where do we think that Victor would go? Ground floor window, upper floor window, side door?
Say ground floor window, because he's seen that room, he knows it's there and can take him to the stairs.
One of
Alright.
out the other guy.
So that's 15 feet of movement. He's going to roll a stealth and a sleight of hand to see whether he can get in. Stealth, he always rolls with advantage, and he gets 24 for that. The Thieves' Tools we're going to do rather than a sleight of hand, but it's the same bonus. And he gets a 12 with that. So he does manage to open it. It's only really a flimsy window. It's not that, like, well bolted. It is only an old, decrepit building, so it's not that difficult to open it. But with a 24, he certainly beats this guy's passive perception. We'll just see... Okie dokie. He steps in through the window with another 5 feet of movement. We're not going to make him cost the climb for it, because it's not that particularly high. So that's 20 feet so far. and then he gets up to here, and he's going to cunning action dash up the staircase, which takes him. That's another 15, and then we get to the top. That's 20. 25, 30. He gets to this point and can finally see what's happening. He's only done his cunning action, I think, at this point. Considering that there is the guard directly in front of him in the doorway, I think that Victor will probably try and... I don't know. Maybe hide, do we think? Maybe hide so that he can do a sneak attack on the next attack?
I mean, that's what I would do if I was
Yeah.
if I was in.
Okay.
Yeah.
So then he's
Agreed.
going to try and
Oh,
hide in
Vic-
place using an
Victor's
action to
typing.
stealth. Okay. But we'll, just for the sake of time, because
yeah.
we're taking a while, we're going to just do the stealth roll, and whatever C wants to happen next turn, we can do that turn. This guy is looking in at the room and not out, so we're not going to do a perception check for that, because he's not actively thinking that people are getting in. So he passes with his stealth check of 19, and that is his action to hide. So that brings us to the next person in the turn order. It is the old man. The old man
Oh no.
still has his other umbrella to hand, as the other one remains in place above this child, who looks like they're having a fitful, terror-filled night, thrashing and kicking and screaming. But nobody else around seems to be stirring whatsoever. And this guy swings his umbrella at Ruby, the only real threatening humanoid that he can see, the one that's holding onto his arm. So he swings his umbrella at you and gets a 24 to hit, which causes you 4 damage. Yeah.
Can I do patient defense, which is spending 1 key point to take the dodge action?
As a reaction?
Yeah, because it says as a bonus action on my turn, but how am I ever going to do a dodge action on
The
my
dodge-
bonus action?
The dodge action prepares the ability for you to get disadvantage to anyone that tries to attack you until your next turn. That's what the dodge does. So a dodge is not that you
Oh, right.
dodge in that moment. The dodge is that I'm getting ready to dodge.
Oh, okay.
It's,
so I can't
it's
do
a
that
poorly worded
now. That's fine.
ability, yeah. So if it's your
Okey
bonus
dokey, so I
action,
can't
it
do
has
that
to
now.
be...
That's fine.
Exactly. If it's a bonus action, it has to be your
No probs.
turn, and it's not yet. So
My mistake.
this 4 damage is going to hit you. That is action. He does actually have a small curved blade that he carries on his hip, which he's going to swing out at you as well. That actually gets a 19 on the die. He was only 1 away from getting a crit on you. And that is another 4 damage. You've taken 8 damage
Ow.
from this guy so far. He
Why am I so squishy?
still holds on to this umbrella, as the child seems to be taking a lot harder of a time than you. He's not moved from where he stood. He's staying where he is. It's now Aldrin's turn.
So Aldrin is hovering outside of the window.
Yeah.
And I believe we're in an okay range to use color spray without hitting Ruby.
I
But
will
can
show
I
you
do
where you
that
are.
through the window?
I will show you where you are.
Okay, thank you.
So you're here, there, and through that window.
Yes. So 5, 10, 15 foot cone is what this hit out from me.
There is glass in the way. You might need to get the window out of the way before you do it, unless you're willing to just smash through the glass.
Probably shouldn't smash through glass in front of children.
Good call.
Let's see. Can I open it with a bonus action?
I will give you a free sleight of hand check as an object interaction to see how well you're able to open this this window. It's an old house. It's cold. There's going to be wood shrinkage, and a 5 isn't going to do it. So you've still got your action and your bonus action, and you're still stood in front, well, floating in front of this window. You guys do see Aldrin up there. Aldrin is just at the next floor over. First floor, second floor, whatever you call it, wherever you're from. But it's just directly above you.
Yep.
So what do you want to do from this point then?
Sorry, I'm just trying to check my cantrips and bonus
problem.
actions again. Because I had thought it didn't work.
So I'll offer this to you. In any of my campaigns, if someone has wanted to use a spell in a way that it's not designed to work as, I have always offered 2 different options if they wanted to do it. One way will guarantee that you can do it, and that is to cast it using a spell slot 2 levels above whatever spell you're trying to do. So if that's a cantrip, then you lose a second spell slot, and it guarantees it.
Mm-hmm.
Or you can roll an Arcana check, but you have to hit a 20 to be able to use it in a way that it's not designed for. In this way, I would be saying that you'd be putting your hand up to the glass, and the magic would emanate on the other side of the glass, so you wouldn't need to break the glass. So it's up to you, but if you roll, then we take the roll and you don't get to change on this turn.
Okay. So my thought process with this, anywho, was that because it's light that I'm creating,
Yeah.
it would potentially go through glass anyway.
Okay.
So option 2, roll and go through glass.
You'll need a 20 on an Arcana check.
Oh, a 20 on an Arcana.
Yes.
Okay.
Good luck.
Really depends on your intelligence score.
I got a pretty decent int.
Okay.
Let's hope for it.
I'll get my fingers crossed, and that's a 5.
That did not go well. That's
So
a 1.
yeah, that's a nat 1. So yeah, unfortunately, this doesn't really work the way that you intended it to. It's a murky glass window in winter, so it's covered in snow. The light will go through glass, of course, but there's much more to this than just that. And then, of course, you've got, netting and the accoutrement that people put over window dressings and stuff. So it's not necessarily going to be just as simple as plain, clean glass. And getting through this thing would have meant forcing the magic of your, the power of your will to go through the glass without it. So it's not going to work that way. You can still use your action and bonus action, but if you use that spell, it's not going to work.
Okay. Can we rip the door open without, or window open without being sneaky? Just as an action?
Yeah, you'd have to do an attack roll on it.
Okay. Would that be unarmed, or
Whatever you want to
use
use.
my dagger?
Yeah, whatever you want to use.
I think my dagger's the strongest. Let's do that.
23 certainly hits a window. Now give me a damage roll. You managed to knock out one of the small panes of glass between the wooden spars. It's not that much glass that it sprays everywhere. You've not blasted the thing open. It just falls to the floor, but that is your action. You've now got a bonus action to use.
Alright, so is that hole big enough that Aldrin could fit their hand through it?
Yes.
Okay. That's great. Action. Everything's a freaking action. Oh, Lord help me. Alright. Aldrin's gonna call down an update to the folks that are outside. Explain what the visual situation is from the window. Because this is getting to be a tricky situation. And
I'll also say that your turn is taking a minute. So,
and
what do you want to
do?
do?
Is
Okay.
where we're ending because
All right.
I don't have
Yeah, I get
something
that.
else right now. So next turn we're gonna do the
Cool.
color cone.
Then, Ruby, it's now your turn.
Okay. So I'm going to unarmed strike this man in the face. Well,
Lovely.
actually, I'm going to go for the throat. I'm doing a Let's say I'm doing a leopard paw to the throat.
Nice, love a leopard paw.
That was a crit.
I didn't have that open. Hang on.
Let's go.
Nat 20. Nice, and welcome back, Steve. Yeah, you hit a crit. Nice. Give me damage with crit.
Yeah, I'm just seeing if. Hang on, I want to make sure. Oh. Ah, no, that's on one of my thingies. Cool. Critical hit. Critical hit. There we go.
Nice, 7 damage. All right. You've got more action economy. What do you want to do with it?
Yeah. Well, I'm going to bonus action. Flurry of blows this guy in the face. Gonna come straight in with another leopard paw. There we go.
Okay. He's going to use cutting words on you.
Oh.
Which means that he's going to roll his bardic inspiration die and subtract that from the roll that you've just made. So he's
rude.
going to expend the bardic inspiration. And he's going to subtract 8 from that roll, which means that that does not hit.
God's sake, what a rude man.
If
Oh,
Flurry of Blows
alright
means
then.
that you get to attack twice in addition. So you would have 3 attacks. So
Is
you've
it?
got... Yeah, you get... Flurry of Blows gives you 2
Oh, it
extra
does!
attacks.
Oh, I do apologise. Right,
Because
sorry.
an offhand attack is 1 attack anyway, so it wouldn't make
Yeah,
any
you're
sense
right.
to use a key point for
So
that.
this is my second flurry of blows. I'm just trying not to spend the extra
Yes.
key point.
That's cool.
Oh, never mind.
That's an 8 as well, so 2 8s. So you
Yeah,
get
that's not
1
gonna hit.
crit, 1 crit, 2 fails. But he has used his reaction now. So that's better,
Yeah.
I guess. Do you want to use any movement, or is that it?
Yeah, sure. I'll use movement and let him take an attack at me because I don't have a bonus action left to disengage. So, yeah,
He's
sure.
already
I'll move
used
away.
his reaction. He doesn't have another
Sorry.
reaction to do it.
Alright, I'm sorry, DM. I'm trying.
Just trying to get these
half a
turns moving.
desperado.
I'm trying to get these
I'm
turns
half a
moving.
desperado. I know.
We've had nearly an hour of the session and we've not even got halfway through the initiative order, so I'm just trying to get it moving a bit.
I'm just
okay.
going to back off because I can see Aldrin through the window. So I've
Cool.
just backed off.
Nice.
And what I'm going to do is
and
just
Ash
quickly
is underneath
yell
the bed over here. So, yeah, you're all good.
And I just quickly yell at the guard. Stop! Try and help stop him! God's sake!
Stop! Who? You say this, we move on to the next person. The guy downstairs hears all of the commotion. The other 3 of you, which would be Isabel, Briar, and Nobody, you notice through the sort of glass window at the very top of that door that the light changes in a way that you would assume that he had run away from the door. He gets to the top of the stairs and finds nobody up there because he doesn't see Victor with the successful stealth roll that Victor did the last turn. But he does manage to dash his way up to the top of the stairs and finds the other guy here. Dipper and Stepper are back together again. And he, when he gets up to the top here, he shouts out, "Clipper, we need you!" And you hear stirring from inside of this room.
Bet you can't see the Valkyries either.
we move on now then to Isabel's turn. Isabel, the doors are closed in front of you, but the guy behind it has run away from them. What do you want to do? Silently approach a door? You're not saying anything.
Oh,
Everybody spends these turns silent. Everyone's always on mute. I assume you want to walk up to the door and open it. You're not saying anything. Hello.
oh, bugger! Sorry.
Right, there we go. That's what I was just saying. Okay, right. The door opens easily to the touch. They hadn't locked it. He was just stood on the other side of it. You've moved 10 feet. You can see that the stairs are up here. What do you want to do?
Oh, let's go over there. Hold on. There was 10 there. 15. I think I could just make it to the bottom of the steps. I'm not sure.
So that's 40. Yeah, that's your movement.
Yeah.
Do you want to use a dash to get up to the top?
I may as well.
Okay.
Did
So
he
it's
come
15 on the stairs, 20 to get to the top. And then you've got whatever is left, which would be 20, to move from here. Remember, you just can't end your turn in another person's space. So you're just going to have to end where you are. You've got a bonus action. Do you want to use it?
Well, I can't be guaranteed if I'm going to be hit or not, am I? So there's no point in raging. Am I not to... I can't use it to get ready to just bonk the next person if that attacks me on the head.
What?
You not keep your rage if you
rage?
attack as well.
Sorry?
If you
If
take
you
the
attack-
attack action, yeah.
You keep your rage. You don't have to get hit. You have to get hit
Right.
But rage is
Or
only-
or act. But the thing is
Yeah.
that Isabel just used an action to dash up the stairs.
Ah, okay, my bad.
Yeah.
My bad.
So
That's why I've-
you've lost that, unfortunately.
Yeah, fair. Okay.
Oh, I can bonus action rage though, can't I? Though?
You can, and it would reduce any incoming damage until the start of your next turn, but that's when it would drop. You would lose your rage at the start of the next turn, and you would have to rage again.
I could do that. I think I'm fully
Alright.
rested.
So
Okay.
we'll move on to the
I
next
rage.
person's turn then. I'll just ask you to... There we go. Could see that now. It is now Benny's turn. Nobody. So nobody has a movement speed of 30. Let's just have a quick look at the spells and see if there's anything decent that we can use. I like... what do I like, actually? Is there anything in here that is pretty decent to use? Not really, not at this point. So, nobody's just going to walk up to the door, continue on inside, and see what the crack is. So we were here, 15, 20, 25, 30. We're going to dash up the stairs again, so that's 15. And that is 60 to get to there. What can we do from here? We can... Is there anything that they might want to be able to use? Oh, that takes a bonus action to cast, so I could use that. Okay. Because she can't see Victor, because Victor is hiding so incredibly well, what she's instead going to do is fire off Sanctuary on Isabel, which is a bonus action spell, which means that anybody who tries to attack you will need to succeed on a Wisdom saving throw in order to do so. So that's going to be her spells and her turn. We're now at our next buddy old pal, who is the guy in here, who comes out, opens the door, doesn't know exactly what's going on, but hears all of the commotion, looks over to the guys. What do I do? Who needs dealing with? And they just sort of gesture off in the direction of the room. We're going to do a look roll to see which of the two of you he's going to focus on, and he goes for the old man. So he's going to run down here, and unfortunately does not have the distance to clear to get there. So he will.
Can see him.
Well, he pointed in that direction, so he's just running over here to see what exactly is happening with the child, because he can see that the kid is screaming, but he doesn't see anybody stood there. And then we get to Briar's turn. Briar, you stood outside. Everyone else has either rushed in or gotten to a window. What do you want to do about it?
I'm gonna rush in as well. My movement speed is 35 or 30, sorry. Where does that put me?
It would be to there, and then to there.
I can't see where it went because I can't see inside. Let me drag myself inside, and then where does it go?
To get to 30, you'd be here. Where you are now.
All right. And where's this? Everything's black on my screen.
I would
the
suggest
stairs
that
right
you
there.
refresh it, because you should be able to see everything. There's no reason why you wouldn't.
Okay. Refresh it really fast. All I could see is the tiny little area that I was standing in, and outside, everything else is black.
So it sounds like a bug. A refresh should fix it.
Right? No, still everything is black.
Let me give you a new token then.
Except for now I can see.
I'll give you a new token. Give me a sec. Can you see now? The token is
No,
inside.
now it's the whole first level is black except for the room that I'm currently in.
The whole first level is black. Right. Hang on. Let me reset the fog of war. Does that help at all?
Well, that made it worse.
I literally don't know what is wrong, because when I click on your token, I see what you should be seeing. Because I can see things from your perspective by just clicking on your token. So I have no idea what this bug is. We're going to push through it. At the moment,
Yeah,
you can
no
see
problem.
that 20 feet ahead of you is a staircase. Halfway up that staircase is nobody. You've got 30 feet, got you into here. You could get past them with another 30 feet if you take the dash action.
Okay. Is dash uses a full action, not a bonus?
For you, it would be an action, yes.
Okay. I will. How far away from me, since I can't see, is the person that everybody else is attacking? Or I wouldn't be able to see it anyways.
They are upstairs. You can't see them from where you are. They'd be upstairs and down a hallway.
Okay.
Oh, gee! You crazy,
I guess
crazy
I'll
person!
use
Thank you
my
so much!
Action to, or yeah, my action to dash.
That gets you to there. Can you see anything now?
I can just see Victor and Isabel and this kind of small square that we're in.
That is what you should be able to see, so that's fine.
Okay.
Okay, so you've used your dash. You've got a bonus action.
Yeah. So for bonus action, I am going to. Where's my spell tab? I'm going to summon my spiritual weapon.
Cool. Where are you summoning it?
It's, I guess, just to the door because that's all I can see.
Okay. So I'll place it in there for you.
Yeah, and it's just gonna hang out there. It can't attack anything right now because
Yeah.
I can't see. I don't think I really need to be able to see, but I think as Briar, I wouldn't know where that person is, so I can't just blindly send it in anyways. Yeah, so that would be my turn.
Cool. Then we get to the last of the round. This guy runs up to the person that he sees as being the biggest threat here. You keep pointing at someone that's not there. There are kids in here. You shouldn't be in here swinging on your fists. And he's going to take a punt at you with his mace.
I love this. I love this for Ruby.
He swings once and gets a nat 1 and hits himself, and then swings again and gets a dirty 21. You can tell that he has not swung this in a while. The first lot of damage goes to him because he hit himself in the leg when he missed you, and that was 3 damage. The next lot of damage goes to you, and that's also 3 damage. So he's just swinging wildly, doesn't really look like he knows what he's properly doing. We're back up to the top of the order, and it is Ash. Ash, you are a rat under a bed. What do you want to do?
Okay, has
rude.
anybody else made it in the room other than Ruby and myself?
all right. You've got the 2 guards. Just for the stat block reasons, they are called thugs. But that's literally just because that's the best stat block for someone that would look after a place like this. So you've got 2 thugs. You've got one of them is in the doorway as well, so that's a third of them. You can see that there are 5 children in here. All of them are fast asleep, not being disturbed whatsoever. Aldrin, you don't see outside because from the angle that you are under a bed round a corner, you can't really tell. But you could see that there was a bunch of glass that fell to the floor a second ago. So no, of your party, there's nobody else in the room but you and Ruby.
Okay, I do have a quick question for the DM.
Go for it.
Since, and this is just me assuming that these guards can't see this dude.
Mm-hmm.
If he would be a magic creature, if I were to cast Dispel Magic, would that affect him? Because it said choose any one creature, object, or magical effect within range.
When have I ever given you a direct answer to something about will it work?
I don't know if I can do
If you
all of that
ever
one,
ask
though.
me, will it work? I will always say, try it and find out. I'm not protecting your inventory. I'm not protecting your abilities. You use your spell slots where you want to and let the chips fall where they may.
Can I cast it in mouse form?
No. Not until you're a higher level druid. You have to drop the thing.
Alright, I'm just gonna run off underneath another bed until I'm sure that other people are in. Then I can just be like, aha, I was here to save everybody all along.
Okay.
I'm gonna run over here.
Which bed? That one. Okay. So you are a rat under a different bed.
Well, yeah, I don't want this guy coming after me. I just bit him.
Okay. All right. You're a rat under a bed.
Thanks.
We move on. Victor, it's your turn.
Okay.
You do have the element of stealth. You've managed to hide in this area.
Yes.
I think that it's probably like a hanging stand of coats that are sort of on a balustrade here, and you've managed to sort of
I am
tuck yourself in. You are coat. You are stealthy. You can use sneak attack if you do it from here, given that you are now hidden. But if you do decide to walk into the room, you would have to hide again to use that.
Unless it's the guy who's engaged with someone in combat, right?
Well, these
Yeah, I
guards
can't
are
see
not
him
your
currently.
allies. Yeah, these
Yes.
guys are not your allies. And this guy is the guy that everyone's been focusing on.
Cool.
The
And I
old
can
person.
see him also.
You can see him, yes.
Just to double check. Cool, because I missed that
Yeah.
part. Sorry. Okay. I don't, because this guy in front of me hasn't done anything yet, so I don't necessarily want to hurt him. So I'm thinking.
He's in the doorway reaching for
Well,
his
he's in
weapon.
the way, so I'm not going to be able to get past him, am I?
Yeah, he's reaching for his weapon at the moment.
Cool. Okay, then I will attempt to sneak attack him from hidden, and I'm going to do it non-lethally. So I'm going to try and hit him with the butt of my knife or my sword.
This guy directly in front of you.
Yep.
All right, go for it. You will get advantage on the roll
Cool.
because you're hidden.
Yep.
I'm so glad that I am making this live up to expectations for you, Murmur. So much of this is just what the players are doing and has nothing to do with me.
Ugh, really?
With an 11, you do hit.
Okay.
Now give me sneak attack and the damage roll for your rapier.
That is bloody awful. I was supposed to crit.
I apologize, I think.
No.
Sorry. You still get sneak attack and damage. It's still pretty good.
Oh shit, I'm sorry. Ignore that because I hit critical.
You hit critical, you did.
I'm very sorry. I'm being an absolute dim person today. How do I re-roll the damage?
Just click rapier again. Put it in the chat, and if it makes you click another attack roll, then do it. But you know, it's just a natural thing.
Okay,
It's
got
just
you there.
dumb sometimes.
Okay, so we ignore the roll.
Yeah.
To hit, which
Mm-hmm.
that's better, but then damage. There we go. Normal. So
Okay.
6 plus my sneak is gonna be. There we go. Normal.
All right. 6 plus
Oh.
4. You knock this
So,
guy in the
what
head
is it?
with 10 damage with the
I
butt of
would-
your sword.
I would also like to use my Whales from the Grave, which I believe is an extra D4.
Go for it.
So that will hit him.
And another creature within a certain distance, right?
And another creature within 30, so just the other guy, yeah.
Which one? The one that's attacking Ruby or the one that's on the old guy?
I can only see one, so...
So the guy that's over by the beds.
Yeah, and
Okay.
the guy in front of me, so another 2 damage on both, please.
Cool.
And then, if I were to use my cunning action, will I get past him? If I
To
use
dash?
my
You would, but you would...
disengage.
Oh, cunning action disengaged. Yeah, you would. Yeah.
So I'm gonna...
You can move through that space, yeah. Just barge him out of the
Cool,
way.
okay. Yep. So I'm gonna 1, 2, 3. So it would have been here probably, so I'm not like jumping over a bed.
Yeah, Victor dives over
Actually-
a child.
So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna attempt to, because I want to get this guy, so I'm gonna attempt to kind of skid behind this bed here.
Oh,
actually,
right.
I'm
okay.
gonna go up to help Ruby. Fuck it.
All right.
So I'm gonna start moving towards this guy, but not in
Yeah.
like
So
threatened
that's
space.
10,
essentially.
20. You've made 20 feet so far. That's 30.
Okay, cool. I'll stay there then. And try and assess the situation from there.
All right. That's it for your turn then. It's now back to the old guy. He is going to turn his glowing eyes towards Victor, who has just run in the room. And he is going to use a spell. Give me 1 second. Give me a wisdom saving throw, please.
Cool.
Hang on, wait. No. Wait. Okay. Right. So, no, you don't need to give me a wisdom saving throw. What are your surface level thoughts?
That's tough. I'm, I think, a little confused as to what's going on, which is generally like there's frustration there because Victor likes to understand things. So he's kind of reluctant to murder these guards, so he's worried about that. But I think he's worried about his friends.
Okay.
More importantly, and he doesn't know what this thing is that the guards can't see, and what.
Then the old man is going to use
powerful it is, basically.
He's going to use a feature on you called Discerning Gaze. When a detect thought succeeds on an opponent, depending on negative or positive surface thoughts, they must succeed on a wisdom saving throw of DC 16. On a failure, they see you as a friendly creature to them and must attack the next opponent to use the attack action against you. This effect ends after the whole attack action is taken.
Okay, so he needs to do...
You need to make a DC 16 wisdom saving throw. Because he's read your thoughts and finds that they're negative, and he doesn't like that.
Do I get a save against the detect thoughts first, though?
It's only surface level thoughts. Otherwise, he's not probing deeper. He's just using the surface level thoughts.
Oh, okay. So you don't get a save on.
So with detect thoughts, you get a save if they try to probe deeper.
Okay, cool. Cool.
So they get surface level thoughts initially. That's free with detect thoughts. and then if the person casting it wants to find out your deeper thoughts and like the reasons behind it, then you can do a wisdom save, but then you're aware that they're probing if you like succeed.
Okay.
A nat 4. It's coming up red like it normally does with nat 1s all the time.
That's
it
weird.
does that all the fucking time.
I think it just means a failure.
Yeah, it does that with saving throws only. It doesn't do that with anything else, really. Okay, so you now consider this old man to be a friend, and the next person that goes to attack him, you must attack them immediately after.
Okay.
Like on your turn. So that is his action. He continues holding onto this umbrella. He's holding it above this child, and he's trying to place it so that it remains there fixed over this kid. The kid is screaming, rolling, tearing at the sheets, kicking, screaming, everything. And that is the end of his turn. It is now Aldrin's turn. Aldrin, you've got a little hole in a window. You're still levitating. You can see this old guy. You see that he has just turned towards Victor, and something has sort of changed in Victor's countenance, but you don't know what. It is now your turn. What do you want to do, Aldrin? I'm going to be listening. I'm just going to go and quickly grab a drink because someone's used hydrate. I'll be right back. I'm listening, though.
Aldrin's gonna launch that color spray at the guy through the hole in the window.
Okay.
Potato. There we go. So it starts at me. I was gonna hit both of the kids too.
If you get closer to the window, then it might not. They're basically lying down in bed. But all of the kids look like they're asleep.
Oh.
Okay, so if I put that there and I'm right at the window, does
that misses
count
them
as not hitting them? Okay, perfect.
Right. Colour spray. Whew. Oh, bloody hell.
Yeah.
Sorry, running up and down the stairs. Okay. Right. Colour spray. A dazzling array of flashing coloured lights springs from your hand. Roll 6d10. The total is how many hit points of creatures this spell can affect. Creature in a 15-foot cone originating from you in ascending order of their current hit points, ignoring unconscious creatures. Starting with the creature that has the lowest current hit points, each creature affected by this spell is blinded until the end of your next turn. Subtract each creature's hit points from the total before moving on to the next creature with the lowest hit points. The creature's hit points must be equal to or less than the remaining total for that creature to be affected. Must be equal to or less than the remaining total. So his total HP. So his total HP needs to be less than or equal to 26. You're basically you're gambling this spell that with 6d10 you can meet or beat his total HP remaining. And if you do, then he gets to be blinded. And if you don't, then it doesn't work.
I think I misunderstood this spell.
Because
I thought it did those as damage to them.
No, it blinds them if it hits their HP, then it blinds them.
I
reading the text.
that spell entirely. Okay.
If you can tell me another spell that you want to do quickly, then we can change it for that. Okay.
Is it basically like shooting fireworks, like blinding lights at them? That's what color spray is?
More or less, yeah. But it has the same impact, like the same calculation of who it affects as sleep, because sleep goes by the HP of people, and you still have to roll up the HP of the person that will go to sleep, and you have to beat their max HP for it to affect them. Because you are changing spells, it doesn't matter. We'll move on to the next thing. We won't discuss whether that hit or not. So With poison spray, that is just a single creature, is it?
Poison spray. Extend your hand towards a creature you can see within range and project a puff of noxious gas from your palm. The creature must succeed on a Constitution saving throw or take 1d12 poison damage.
Oh, you rolled 2d12. Does it go up by your level?
The spell's damage increases by 1d12 when you reach 5th level.
There we go,
2d12.
He rolled a nat 20 on a Constitution saving throw.
Okay, it's a 10-foot range though on that spell, right?
It still will hit from where they are, though. They're still 10 feet away. It's fine.
Okay.
Yeah. So poison spray. Creature must succeed on Constitution saving throw or take 1d12 damage. They did succeed on a Constitution saving throw because they got 25 total.
And then
3d6, not 1d4. I thought it would be something bigger than 1d4. You can go again for me if you want. Roll it again.
A bonus action.
Okay.
It will turn. The illusionist bracer turns an action into a bonus action, but you have to cast the same one again.
Yes, can I do that with poison spray?
Yes, you may. Yeah. Okay, so it will be 5, but they succeed again on a 22. So the poison spray damage doesn't hit, but Victor's Wails from the Grave would have done an additional 3 points of damage to each of
I
those
did a
people.
-2 on the 3d6 for you.
Oh, okay, so I'm
the two I'd
taking
already
just
done.
5 off. Okay. I was so ready to calculate it for you.
Yeah, I'd already
We
done
were
it.
both
Sorry
being
about
kind to
that.
each other. It's all good. I'm not going to turn down kindness. Okay, we get to that point then. That should be the end of Aldrin's turn, I believe.
Yep.
Okay. Unless you want to use any movement or do anything else.
No, because I used the bonus action and action, and the only other thing Aldrin would be trying to do is open that window again. But they don't have the actions for it.
The action would be to smash it, but you could use an object interaction to try and open it. It would just be either athletics or sleight of hand to see if you can.
Oh, okay. What am I better at? Sleight of hand it is.
We'll say it's a 12 and a 21 it is. The window opens. Everybody in the room, you can feel the cold wind suddenly enter. It was cold in here, it's now very chilly. Okay, but the window is open. You've also got movement. It's up to you what you want to do with that movement.
Aldrin's gonna stay put for the time being.
Cool. Ruby, your turn.
Hey yo. First thing I want to do, because I want to try something, is shout and go shout at the kids, like, kids, get out, run, and see what happens.
Give me an intimidation check or a performance check. I'll let you choose.
Oh god. I
Whichever
think it
one you
matters.
wanna
I
do.
do performance. I'm not trying to scare them. So, we'll do this.
Cool.
That's better than earlier.
Okay. Everybody in here, you hear Ruby's tiger side coming out as this burbling roar of "Get out of here!" comes out. Not a single one of the kids stirs.
Great. I thought that was going to happen, but I wanted to check. Right, so I'm going to tell you what I want to do as quickly as I can. So basically, Ruby wants to try and get out of the way of this guard that's right next to her.
Yep.
And she wants to, because she knows the guard can't see the old man, so she wants to basically run up behind the guard and push him forward to see if he actually hits anything or literally just falls into nothing.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, I'm assuming I need to disengage, and I can't remember if disengage is an action. I think it is, isn't it? Because I can use it.
For you, it is unless you use a key point. Yeah.
Cool. So, am I able to disengage as an action and run up to this man and push him all in one turn?
A shove is an
Would you allow me-
attack that takes an action. So it's
Cool.
it's actually
So I'd
an
need to
attack
use my
action.
key point.
You would have to
Ugh.
use your key point to do it all in one.
Okay. Oh god. I realised that Ruby had not long rested before this session, so I had 2 key points at the beginning of this.
Yeah, you
so
came out of
I
a
will-
fight, Because you rested in the shack, then you came, then you had the fight with
Yeah,
all
but
of the
everyone
Skelly
else got a long
boys.
rest last session, and Ruby didn't. So Ruby's struggling. Because obviously those guys had their rest overnight when they got flooded. Anyway, I will disengage with a key point, I guess. I have to. Which one is that? So that's Step of the Wind, isn't it? Here we go.
Well, we didn't do a long rest last session. So whatever long rest everybody else got, you got at the same time.
Or was it a short rest then? It was before the Valkyries, anyway.
I don't think you had a short rest, did you? Or did you?
We
They
didn't
they
rest
went
at
in
the
a they
end
were
of
in a
last
valley.
session.
Yeah, they had a rest.
It
Had
was
a
like
rest?
a 4-hour
Okay.
rest. You told us it was a long rest. We like took turns and we got flooded.
Oh,
It was
right.
after the Valkyries.
Oh,
in the
right.
valley.
Right. Okay. Okay. So, Step of the Wind. Yeah.
Yeah, so I've taken the disengage as a bonus. I will then come up to this guy and shove him. So you wanted
So
me to do an
that's
unarmed
an
strike.
unarmed strike. Yeah. It's
Cool.
yeah.
Oh, hang on. Sorry, I accidentally tried to click that twice. There we go.
22 hits him. So you're able to shove him. A
Mhm.
shove attack normally goes. Is it 10 feet or a 5? I can't remember. I think it's 10. Hang on. Let me find this out. Google is no help. We'll say that it's a 5 feet push. You manage to knock this guy forwards. As mechanically, he doesn't have any space to land into. He just sort of falls over on the spot and clatters into this dude. Because you've not managed to push him 15 feet, he can't move 15 feet. So he's staying where he is, but he sort of batters into this guy, the old guy, and then like falls to the floor and doesn't really understand what just happened.
Okay, so I could see that physical contact was made. Okay.
Right.
I have movement left
Yes.
of whatever, so I will go over to, let's just say, this child here
Mhm.
and like shake them to see if that does anything.
Okay. I don't know what check would be shaking a child to see if they wake up. It's not something that they really put in
I
the
don't know.
DM guide. Let me see what your abilities are again to remind myself. And I mean, are we going for like persuasion to make them wake up, or are we going for athletics to really give them some?
I'm not gonna like athletics a child. It's more
Then
persuasion. I think Ruby's just
persuasion then.
panicked.
Persuasion to get them to wake
Yeah.
up.
Cool. Oh, never mind.
A nat
That was a
one.
nat 1, I
A
think,
nat
actually,
one.
yeah.
You have a very soothing hand when you try and shake them. It's more like you're rocking them to sleep than anything else, to be honest.
Great.
Yeah.
Cool. All right.
So you've moved
Thanks.
20 feet.
Oh,
And
in
you've
total?
shoved someone. Yeah, you've moved 20 feet and you've shoved someone.
Oh. Okay.
What do you want to do now?
Jesus. Oh, God. I
You've
hadn't
used
really
bonus
considered
action,
doing
you've
more
used
per
action.
turn.
You've still got movement left. The only thing you have
I
left is
know.
movement. What do you want to do?
Movement. Oh, gonna get out of this guy's way.
Okay.
Here I am. Here I go. There we go. Oh, that's right into that guy's way. That was a stupid decision. What am I doing? Here? I'll go by this child.
Cool. Great. And it's
Sure.
now the guy in the doorway's turn. He walks in, he squares up with Victor and goes to smack Victor twice with a mace. Because Victor smacked him in the back of the head, and he's not particularly happy about that. He gets a nat 1 and hits himself. These guys are really bad at hitting themselves with their own maces. So we're going to roll twice because he gets a dirty 20 to hit Victor, but he also gets a nat 1 to hit himself. So the first one is going to be himself. He does himself 5 damage as he swings himself in the nuts. But then reflexively, as he's angered by doing the nut shot at himself, he swings at Victor and hits with 4 damage. So he did more damage to himself than he did to Victor.
I will, for this turn, I'm going to halve that with my reaction.
Go for it. So that would be 2 more health to add on then.
Okay.
Can you do that, or do you want me to?
No, I can do that. So
All right, cool.
39,
So you would be on 41 now.
Cool.
Yeah, this is actually 2 different thugs have both been bad with their maces. 2 separate people have both swung and hit nat 1s and smacked themselves with their own maces. This is fucking ridiculous. What? I am a cursed DM. My NPCs never do damage. Speaking of damage...
Ruby strongly disagrees.
Speaking of that, my NPCs never do damage. Prove me wrong. Isabel, speaking of damage, Isabel, your rage has dropped. You'll need to re-rage. But you are now... it's your turn. What do you want to do?
Okay, I kind of want to see if I can somehow...
Do I not get a turn?
What do you mean you do not get a turn? Your turn was at the start. You've already taken 2 turns. This is only the second round.
Oh, I was confused. I'm so sorry. Continue.
No, you're all good.
I'm dumb.
You're all good. You bit the guy on the first turn, and then on the second turn you hid under a bed. Hey, if you're taking turns as a rat and you're just hiding under a bed, don't blame me when you don't do much.
I was just waiting for other people to come in the room before I turned back into my bird form, okay?
You're all good, you're all good. Just ribbing you. Birds have ribs, right? Yeah, I think so. Anyway, Isabel, what were you doing?
I kind of want to try and see if I could snatch the umbrella out of the guy's hand.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
The one that's on the child.
The one that's on the child. Okay.
I'm guessing it's on this child?
No, it's on the one further away.
Okay, sorry, I couldn't tell.
Yeah, when I explained, I said when the first people walked in the room, I said that his back was to them and he was hunched over a child that he was facing away from you with. So you saw the glow of his eyes, but it was behind. It was like from the back of his head, so you couldn't quite tell.
Okay.
Yeah. Just a recap for anybody confused, but yeah, he's focused on this child.
Okay, so would I be able to get there with my movement? Do you think? Because I've got 40, I've only just used 5.
I mean, you've used 5, you've got 40. Diagonals are the same as straights, so you could do a full circle and miss all the beds. And it would still cost you the same as if you ran there straight. It's up to you.
25, 30... I should be able to get here. I did diagonal around it, but for some reason my token went over the guy.
Well, yeah, so there is actually an added feature of the measure distance thing. So if you click on your character, right, and hold control, and then you drag your little dude out here, right, then click, and then move it again and click, and then move it again and then click, and then move it again and then click. It follows the path, and if you hit spacebar, does it for you. And it measures out the distance for you so that you don't have to do all the maths in your head. Because it tells you on the furthest point what the total distance is. So, yeah, you can do that kind of shit for free, which is pretty cool. I like it. But yeah, that it would still cost the same if you went diagonal. It's all baked in. So you are now at the child. The old man is there, screaming and face glowing, jaw like unhinged, open wide, staring and glaring at all of you.
I want to try to rip that umbrella that's on top of the child. Try and do it upwards so I don't hit the child as much, but try and rip it and I'm not caring about what happens to the umbrella, but I do care about what happens to the child.
So it would be an opposed athletics against the old man because you're trying to take something from his hand. You can rage first, yeah. You would get advantage on the athletics check because you would be raging. But it would be athletics versus athletics.
Okie dokes, I'll do that then. Advantage, right?
You get advantage, yes. Okay, and you use your turn to rip the umbrella out of this guy's hand. The child immediately settles.
I've used my bonus action to rage, and I've used my action to get the umbrella off.
You did?
I'm just trying to hold it as far away from the guy as possible.
Okay. Well, you've got... Do you have any movement left, is my question. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35. You've got 5 feet of movement left. What do you want to do with it?
I'd get a reaction from this guy, wouldn't I then? Or that guy.
Up to you if you want to do it. Up to you if you want to do it.
I'm gonna leap back a little bit.
Oh no, actually.
What?
Never mind. I was gonna do cutting words, but
Isn't that man on the floor?
We've already moved past.
Okay.
He is.
I showed
yeah,
that man
he's
on the
sort
floor.
of. Yeah, he's sort of knocked prone. You
Oh, so
can
he
still. You can attack people while prone.
Just get the ankles.
If you're prone and you attack somebody, then you attack with disadvantage, but you can still attack.
Okay, so I've just
Cool.
got out of their range
Yeah.
then, and I've got the umbrella.
Also,
I would like to close it, but I think that'll take another action.
well, he is going to swing for you, the guy that's on the floor. He hits, and the old guy is also going to swing for you, since he didn't use his attack, his reaction either. So both of them hit. You are going to take... this is going to be halved down to 5.
Mhm.
Actually, no. You only get 4 because it's 2 5s, so they halve down to 2 each. So you end up taking 4 damage total. But both of these have now used their reactions against you. The old guy didn't like particularly that you stole his umbrella.
I don't mind if someone wants to try and destroy the umbrella, because I don't think I can do it in my action. So anyone feel free to just... If anyone wants to try wrestle it from me to break it, they can. Except
Alright.
the bad guy.
We move on now to Nobody's turn. Nobody's been out of this fight for a while. Low in the turn order, but just ahead actually of Briar. So I don't know what Briar's been thinking of doing this whole time. I'm excited to find out. But Nobody runs past Briar. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Gets into here. And what will they do? So Nobody points a hand over at the old man. I don't know who you are or what you're doing here, but I want you out of here. So I would please be very happy if you would get out of this place. And she's going to try and cast banishment on the old man. The old man has to roll a charisma saving throw and gets a 19 on the die for a 27 total, and looks around at her, his head going unnaturally turned, and screams at Nobody and defies the magic, this divine magic. It is now one of the thugs' turns. This guy is going to use half of his movement to stand up from prone. He is going to look over at this kid, and he doesn't really understand exactly what just happened with Isabel, and taking whatever it was that was over this bed. He didn't see what it was, and he doesn't understand what it was, but he looks at the child. I'm not really sure why we're so focused on this little bastard. He's a real fucking cunt. The best time of the day is the day when he's asleep. So, I'm not going to try and wake him. Don't know why you try. Let's just leave him how he is. But I am not happy with you coming over and trying to fuck me up. He falsely believes that Isabel was trying to attack him instead of taking the thing. So he is going to swing at you twice with his mace and hope that he doesn't swing at himself in the nads. He does actually hit you twice. Finally, one of them uses their mace properly instead of hitting themselves. That's unfortunate. And he hits you for 4 and then 3. So you take a total of 3 damage. And we move on now to Briar's turn. Briar, what would you like to do? Nobody is the
I'm
name of
gonna
this
use
NPC
my
here.
movement
Benny.
to go
Goes by the
into
name
the
Nobody
door,
because they
or
worship
through the
nothing.
door,
Their
rather.
name for death.
I think I can move one more.
So it'd be 5, 10,
and
15, 20 to where you are now.
so is Victor currently under the spell still? That he
Yes.
will attack
When it's
us?
Victor's
I
when
don't
it's
know if you'd
Victor's
know.
next when it's Victor's next turn, you wouldn't know, Briar.
Okay.
You didn't see it. You don't know this feature well because this is not a
I haven't
spell.
acted on it yet.
And
I
Victor
haven't done
needs to wait until it is his turn until you would see the impact of it.
Okay. And I would recognize the Umbrella Man, right? As
You can
the
see
guy
them.
who ran in.
He was the guy that ran in here, yes.
Okay, so think as my bonus action, I would just move my... Oh, it won't let me move my microscope inside.
You're having real problems with this today, aren't you?
Yeah,
There you
I
go, I've moved
don't
it.
know what's going on. It kept saying that I was colliding through the wall, but I was going in through the door. I don't know.
Yeah.
Anyways, I would move the microscope just over his head. I'm not going to attack with it. Just kind of have it hovering above his head, kind of menacingly, like...
I am going to
visor.
question that. Is that something that Briar would do? Would you hold back, not knowing that there is an effect on Victor?
I wouldn't say I would hold back, but I don't know what's going on, so I wouldn't just blindly attack somebody. I see
Okay.
that my friends are dealing with something.
All right, I'll take
but
that.
I
So
I
you
wouldn't just
position.
go blindly attack
That's
him.
fine. So you move the spiritual weapon over to the old man. Now what are you
Right.
going to do with it? What are you going to move them
I'm just
from
gonna
now?
let it hover there
Yeah.
until I know what is actually going on. But as my action, I am going to summon my Twilight Sanctuary,
Cool.
and everybody will get. I have to roll the. I don't know if you want to roll for me for everybody and just do it a one and done, or everybody rolls
We can just do
individually.
one for everyone. I don't want to have the thing flooded with multiple rolls because I'll
Yeah,
lose track.
exactly. Yeah.
One roll for everyone is fine. What
Okay.
is it? 1d6?
It is 1d6 plus my wisdom modifier, which is, I believe,
Plus 4. Yeah, 1d6 plus 4. So, do you want to roll that then, or do you want me to roll it for you?
You can roll it for me.
Okay. So you get 5. You got I got a 1 on the roll. I'm telling you, I've got some terrible fucking rolls today. And that
Same.
1 on a d6, for fuck's sake. Right, so the Twilight Sanctuary is what range? 30 feet, is it?
30 feet, yep.
Okay, so 30 feet from you would be to there.
Okay.
So whoever is inside of that bubble, Isabel is not inside of it. The rest of you in here
Dang it.
are. And it does go through walls. So Aldrin would as well. So all of you now take 1d6 plus 4 temporary HP at the start of your turn, or when you move into this space on your turn. It has been rolled already so that you get 5. So when it gets to your turn, you get 5 temp HP. Do you want to do anything else on your turn now, Briar, or is that it?
That would be all of my turn. I did bonus action and movement.
Cool. It is now this guy's turn. He wasn't attacked by Victor. He wasn't attacked. He was only focused on Ruby, but he's also a dumbass. Pardon me. And will run past Isabel and provoke an attack of opportunity from Isabel. So he runs past Isabel. Isabel, it's your choice whether you want to make an attack of opportunity. But he is going to attack at Ruby twice and misses both times. Doesn't hit himself in the nuts this time, though, so that's nice. He's improving.
We're saying we're trying to not
This guy.
hurt these guards, right? It's only this guy we want to try, isn't it?
Well, the
No, I
guards
get
are
it.
actively... they're actively involved in attacking your party members.
Okay,
Yeah,
okay.
it is a pain in the arse that every time a turn is there just in the way. So
And you can attack with non-lethal damage, remember. That's always an option
I'll-
in D&D.
I'll attack with non-lethal damage then.
Okay. So give me an attack roll. Remember, he's just running past you, so you don't need to move anywhere to do this. 26 will definitely hit. That's a 19 on the die for a 26 total. Roll damage for me. 8 damage. It's not enough to bring him down, so he would still have attacked Ruby twice. He did miss both times with an 8 and a 10. I think hitting himself in the leg, because this was the guy who hit himself in the leg, the other guy hit himself in the nuts. Hitting himself in the leg has probably made him a little bit, what's the word, cockshy, where he's just sort of like, oh, I was a little bit too brash on that last one. I'm going to hold back now so that I don't hurt myself again. And because he's holding back, now he can't hit Ruby. So that's that thug's turn. He's wasted his turn. It's now Ash's turn. Ash, you are in a room where multiple people have run in now. What do you want to do about it? Are you turning back into bird form?
But first I'm gonna scurry out from under the bed.
Good choice. I was going to definitely describe you rocking a bed in half. Thankfully, this is not one with a child in it, so you would have been all right there.
Would you say that this dude with the umbrella is a humanoid?
Yes.
Okay, well, I'm gonna pop out of wild shape, go back to my bird shape.
Wait. Oh, wait.
What?
Would I?
Looks humanoid to me.
It's humanoid is more about their status as a mortal human than it is about the shape of them. Because Fae look vaguely humanoid, right? They've got 2 arms, 2 legs. They just have wings. But Fae are not considered humanoids. They're considered Fae. And like Celestials also look like humans, etc., etc., etc. Right. No, he's not humanoid. He's a creature.
Alright.
He is a creature. He is not humanoid. He is not considered that class of being. No.
Alright, well, in that case, then I am going to target him and cast Dispel Magic on him.
Okay. Cool.
At 3rd level.
3rd level. And he has used his reaction. Okay. Is there a save on that?
Let me double check. It says, choose one creature, object, or magical effect within range. Any spell of 3rd level or lower on the target ends. For each spell of 4th level or higher, then they do an ability check.
Does
So
it
I
say what
only
the
cast it
ability
at
check
3rd
is?
level.
So you would, if he is a spell, it will dispel him. And if he's a
It
spell...
said creature, object, or magical effect.
Yes.
Yeah.
So
If
it
he has any
depends on-
spells on
yeah.
him. Yeah.
okay.
Okay, fine. How about this? Instead of focusing it on him,
Mm-hmm.
sorry, I don't know what that was. I'm gonna focus it on his umbrella.
Oh, okay. Right.
That's probably going to work better.
Hmm.
And if
I
that's
mean,
over
I'm
your
holding an
spell...
umbrella.
Hmm.
Yeah, if that's over 3rd level, then you roll against it, basically. And you have to beat a DC, I believe, of 10 plus the spell level with a spell attack.
The umbrella is not a spell, but it is a magical item. A magical effect. You're dispelling the magical effect from this magic item. Ooh.
Yes.
What role would this be? What role would this be? It says an ability check, so an ability check would be
Yeah, you roll a
like
spell attack,
strength,
basically.
dex, yeah. Spell attack.
So you would roll a spell attack against the umbrella, against what spell level it would be. basically. So it'd be 10 plus the DC would be 10 plus the spell's level, and you.
It's not a spell though. It's a magic item.
Okay.
It said creature, object, or effect. So I'm going against the object.
Yes. So it wouldn't work with the DC of it being against that spell because there's no spell in existence. We will call it a 15. If you get me a spell attack roll, which for you it would be a D20 plus 7. So you just needed to get an 8 on the die, and you will stop this magic item from performing its
So
function.
I roll a 1d20 plus 7, right?
Yes. Which one are you aiming at? The one in his hand or the one that Isabel's got?
In his hand.
In his hand? Okay. It doesn't work. You got a nat 1.
You said it had to be 8. I rolled an 8.
I said you need to get an 8 on the die because it's a 15 was the DC I said. So because you got a plus 7, 7 plus 8 is 15. That's why I said an 8 on the die. So you got a nat 1. It doesn't succeed, unfortunately. You've still got your bonus action and movement. Or was it a bonus action to drop wild shape? I don't think it is, right? I think you can just do it at will.
Yeah, I can. It's just a feature.
Yeah, you can just do it at will. I think it's a bonus action to go into it, but you can drop it at any point, I think.
Yeah,
Let
it's
me
like
just
a spell.
double check on that.
You can just drop it. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure you could just drop it. It doesn't
Yeah.
take any action to drop it. That would be done. I'm not going to bother reading through that. That's fine. Okay. Yeah, you've dropped that. You've still got bonus action. You've got movement. You've taken 5 feet of movement to get out from underneath the bed. You've got.
So I'm just gonna talk to him.
Okay.
Let me check what languages I know again.
All right.
I know Orin, Common, Celestial, Aarakocra, Druidic. Never mind, I don't know Fae, but I'm going to be like, what are you doing to this child? Stop it.
He turns to you, hisses and screams. Seems like he understood what you were saying. He's not replying though. Is that the end of your turn?
Yeah.
Okie dokie. Then it's now Victor's turn. Victor, you can take 5 temporary HP if you would like. And you've got your turn to use.
So...
This guy is
I,
flanked, so you can use sneak attack on him if you want to.
Cool. Am I compelled to attack who attacked that guy?
Oh yeah, you are.
Or...
So the first person that attacked after that, after his turn... When was his turn? So his turn came after you. He used that spell, and the next person to go was then Aldrin, who used the attack action. It didn't succeed, but Aldrin did use the attack action, which means that you now need to attack Aldrin.
I have to attack them. It's not
you have to attack Aldrin, but the effect ends when you've finished your attack action.
Okay, then I will...
Because you see this guy as being just the best guy ever. He's such a nice guy, so friendly. You just see this kind old man. You see a lovely kind old man.
Okay. Then I will use my attack to just throw a dagger towards Aldrin.
Cool.
Because I don't want to break. This other guy's attacking me, so I would be aware that I need to still defend myself, I think.
Okay.
So... Sorry. Where's my bloody dagger? There we go. It'll just be a crappy dagger because I'm not going to throw my nice one.
Fair enough. I don't think you would throw the nice one out the window.
No.
You did miss by 3. Good job. You have now completed the attack action, so the effect drops from you. But Aldrin, you did definitely clearly see Victor just try to throw a dagger at you.
Then I will use my bonus action to, with my offhand, attack the guy in front of me in a non-lethal.
Aldrin raises an eyebrow
my
at
rapier.
Victor.
Yeah,
I'm now aware that the effect's ended.
You are.
I shout, "Fuck! Sorry, mind tricks, magic." and then swing my rapier at the guy directly in front of me.
Go for it.
Oh, Jesus
11
Christ.
hits. 11 hits.
Oh, okay.
These thugs have only got an AC of 11 each.
Sorry, I'm just going to check sneak attack really quickly. Once per turn, you can deal to one creature you hit with an attack. Okay, cool.
Yep.
So I would still get to apply sneak
Yeah, you will. Yeah, definitely.
I just wanted to check that I could still do it on my offhand attack.
Oh, yeah, of course. Yeah.
So 11 damage. Plus...
11 damage. Nice.
Describe
Describe the kill.
Oh, okay. I did say non-lethal.
Non-lethal works for me.
As he swings at me, I duck under like his blow, and then come up and like punch him with the hand guard of my rapier, basically.
Oh, we'll remove the
like,
dead thing actually, and we'll put on unconscious. Where's that?
Cool. So yeah, I hit him like right in the sweet spot on his jaw with my the hand guard on my rapier.
There we go. Unconscious. So he's prone and unconscious. So yeah, he's at 0 HP, but he's not dead, and he's not making saving throws. So he's now incapacitated on the ground, and that is your bonus action and your action. What else do you want to do? You've got movement.
I'm gonna angrily, because this guy made me attack my friend, the old man. Now I see him clearly. I'm gonna draw my other dagger and just start walking towards him.
I love a slow, threatening walk. That's brilliant. Okay, it is now the old man's turn. Okay, what is he going to do? What is he going to do? Let me just examine the battlefield. What's he got? He's got a spiritual weapon in front of him. He's got Victor charging over. He just had nobody try and do what she tried to do. However, Isabel just stole his fucking umbrella. And he's not very happy about Isabel. Yeah, go on.
Just to let you know, your Discord keeps cutting out.
Same.
So
Oh, it does?
Yeah, I hear that too. Yeah, I'm hearing it too.
I wasn't going to say
give me a
anything 'cause
sec,
you're
I'll just
streaming
refresh it.
too.
Alright, I'm back. Does that work any better?
So far, it was intermittent, so every
yeah,
now and then it would
slow.
cut out.
Yeah, okay. But is it working now, though?
Yes.
I believe so.
Okay, great. It's fucked up all of my reactive skins on Thingybob on OBS, so give me 1 second.
I'm so sorry.
Yeah, it's not the best thing to happen, but Discord's been doing it all day. Let me just hop in and out of Discord and see if that refreshes it. Is that going to do it? No?
Yeah? Oh.
No, it's... Right, yeah, you can hear me, but my entire overlay is fucked, is what I'm saying.
Oh.
So what I'm trying to do is trying to get it to reset so that it actually sees everything again. Oh, wait. There we go. It did it. Okay, right, great.
Woo.
Fuck my life. Okay, everybody ignore the last 2 minutes. That was some fuckery we'll ignore. But I don't want to fuck up Tats's side of the stream either by me being cutting in and out. Okay. So, as I was getting to, the old man is going to point towards Isabel, who just stole his magic umbrella, and is going to cast a spell. Isabel, I would like for you to make a DC 16 dexterity saving throw, please. You fail. You are hit in the back by Disintegrate, a 6th level spell, which is going to cause 78 damage to you. You are not dropped beyond your... you're not dropped beyond your... what's the word? Your max HP again, so you are not immediately killed. But you are dropped to 0, and you fall to the floor. Oh, in actual fact... Wait, can you guys hear me? Hello?
Yes.
Yeah, it went really quiet.
Now, yeah, but it was quiet a minute ago.
Oh,
it went
yeah.
really quiet.
Discord's
No, I can hear
fucking.
you,
Discord
but
is
I don't know if you
completely
could.
fucking me up. Discord is completely fucking me up. Okay,
Aldrin and Briar are both muted, though.
right. Can anyone
can
else
hear
hear
you.
me?
Yep, we could hear you. We know Isabella's dropped to the ground, but
Right.
that wasn't over
It didn't
twice
kill her,
max
kill her.
HP. Yeah,
So-
didn't kill.
Okay. So I've just read the wording of it. In fact, it did kill Isabel.
No!
Isabel dropped to
What?
0 HP, and so Isabel turns to dust, as with everything that she was carrying.
Fuck.
I don't believe, because of that, I don't believe that, knowing his own spells, I don't believe that he would have done that, because it would mean that Isabel would... the umbrella that Isabel was carrying would also disintegrate. So I don't believe that he would have done that spell. So I'm going to retract that.
Oh, thank goodness.
Jeez.
Briar, you have Revivify, right?
No, Isabel...
doesn't work in
the
Ghost.
spell didn't work. The spell didn't do anything. I'm saying that that didn't happen because he wouldn't let his umbrella disappear like that. So he's you don't need to worry about Revivify. But he does have that. He does have that in his belt. So maybe be careful about doing anything like this. Yeah. So there you go. You know that he's got that in his arsenal. If you're ever not carrying his umbrella, you might want to be careful of where he points. But yeah, he is instead then going to go for a mass suggestion. He can use it on 12 creatures of his choice. You all need to make a DC 16 Wisdom saving throw, and he is going to speak. He chooses Ash, Ruby, Isabel, Victor, Nobody, Aldrin, Briar, and the 3 thugs. That's going to be 9 people.
Uh-oh.
So Isabel fails. Briar fails.
No.
Aldrin fails. Victor fails.
Guys, don't leave the squishiest person as the only person
Okay.
who passed.
So Ruby
Surrounded by
succeeds.
dummies.
Yeah, Ruby succeeds. These guys, however, one of them succeeds, the next one of them succeeds, and the last one of them fails. 2 of them actually got nat 20s. And Ash fails as well.
You mentioned me. I failed?
Against a 16, yeah, I think so, yeah. You just rolled it, right?
Guys,
13,
why?
13 fails, yeah, 13 fails against a
Why?
16.
I'm sorry, he's so
I have no key points, and I am half dead. Why?
Ruby is the only one in the room who doesn't follow this advice.
Just punch some of us.
This old guy just screams out to everybody, like stops the screaming, stops the disfigured, unhinged jaw, and says, "Stop attacking me! Give me my things back, and let me leave." And you are now all compelled to follow this mass suggestion. It is a reasonable request in the terms of he's not telling you to attack each other. He's not telling you to jump off of a bridge. He's not saying stab yourself or cause damage to yourself. What he's saying is something quite reasonable in stop attacking me, give me my stuff back and let me go. That I would class as being a reasonable request. And so you are compelled to do that if you failed. The first 2 thugs, they succeeded on their wisdom save. The last one failed. So Ash, Isabel, Aldrin, Victor, the second thug, Briar, and I need to roll for Nobody. Nobody succeeded.
Are the 2 thugs who succeeded now alerted to this guy's presence? Because they couldn't see him before. So do they now know concretely that there is someone else here?
They hear words in their ear and they both turn their heads in that direction, yes. but the guy at the end doesn't recognize that anything has happened. He's the one that failed.
Cool.
So, Ruby, the two leftmost thugs, and Nobody are the only ones to have passed this. Everybody else has to comply by this suggestion. You suggest a course of action limited to a sentence or two and magically influence up to 12 creatures of your choice that you can see within range and can hear and understand you. He spoke in common. Creatures that can't be charmed are immune to this effect. Aldrin, is that you?
I am double checking that.
The suggestion must be worded in such a manner as to make the course of action sound reasonable. Asking the creature to stab itself, throw itself into a spear, immolate itself, or do some
I
other
have
obviously harmful
advantage
effect.
on saves against charmed, and magic can't put me to sleep.
So you are not immune to it. You have
Not
advantage
immune, but
against
I
it.
do get advantage.
Yeah, you've got advantage against it.
So do I get to reroll?
I'd say you can roll it again. Yeah,
roll again.
you can roll it
Yeah.
one more time. Each target must make a
Please.
wisdom saving throw on a failed, so it pursues the course of action.
Let's go.
17 beats it.
Hallelujah.
Oh, you've just moved. On a failed save, it pursues the course of action you described to the best of its ability. The suggested course of action can continue for the entire duration, which is 24 hours. If the suggested activity can be completed in a shorter time, the spell ends when the subject finishes what it was asked to do. You can also specify conditions that will trigger a special activity during the duration. For example, you might suggest that a group of soldiers give all their money to the first beggars they meet. Blah, 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 blah. So, you all have to follow this. You are all charmed. Apart from Ruby, the two guards to the left, Nobody, and Aldrin. So, Victor, Briar, Ash, Isabel, and the thug over to the right, you all need to comply with this. He walks over away from Victor's range, which will not provoke an attack of opportunity, since he said you need to leave me and let me go. And walks over towards Isabel and collects his umbrella. Takes the umbrella and then walks over here, over the beds, with his long, incredibly spider-like legs. Don't read into that. That's just a description of him. And then gets to the doorway. That is 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. He has got 30 movement. He's used his action. He can't use another action to dash from here. He's going to end his turn there. It's now Aldrin's turn. Aldrin, you are still outside the building. You have not been charmed by this spell. This is going to be the last turn before we end our session today, and we'll pick up this fight next time. So this will be your last turn of the day.
Aldrin wants to go in through the window, but the window's not a door.
Are you open? You remember you already opened the window.
Yes,
Oh,
but it
you're
won't
saying
let
that
me
it won't
go
let
through.
you. I get you. I
Yeah.
get you. Okay.
Sorry.
Yeah. So you've gone 5 feet in. You're now inside the room. You can still be levitating if you wish.
Yep. Also, Aldrin's gonna use comprehend languages
Mm-hmm.
and try and have a conversation with this guy. Abiding by his request that they heard of not attacking any further. But asking, what were you doing to that child? What were you trying to accomplish here? Like, why are you bothering these children? Why are you torturing them?
Give me a persuasion check. He's going to roll inside.
Persuasion. Oh, great.
With your 9 versus his 31, he disregards what he hears and doesn't pay you any mind.
Great. I guess that's that then.
Mechanically speaking, he is a bard, so he's got expertise on a lot of his proficiencies, which is why he's got such high bonuses. Makes it hard to beat him in an ability check showdown.
Yeah.
Okay, so you've gone in, you've moved 20 feet. You've spoken to him. That was free. What do you want to do now?
Comprehend languages,
Oh, yeah, you
which
did use comprehend
I
languages, didn't you?
cast in order
that
to
was
have this
an action.
conversation. Was
So now you've got a
complete
bonus
waste.
action.
Yeah, I don't have bonus actions.
Oh. What do you want to do with the rest of
I'm
your
done.
turn, then?
No, I'm done.
Okie dokie.
Yeah, that's it. I can't do anything.
Uh,
Because the conversation failed.
I mean, comprehend languages is useful to learn, to be able to speak other languages, but it's not necessarily going to guarantee that the guy's actually going to answer you in a satisfactory way, you know?
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, which sucks, but we're going to have a whole week for everybody to figure out what they're going to do next time and plan it behind the scenes. I'm sure that you'll be able to figure it out. It's now Ruby's turn. Ruby. Oh, do you know what? In actual fact, I completely forgot. The guy that actually failed the wisdom throw is the one that's been knocked out unconscious. So it doesn't matter what he heard because he was incapacitated. He wouldn't have heard it. So never mind. So
Okay.
Ruby, your turn.
Yeah, it is. So I don't want to draw over the screen and distract from everything. Oh, nice. Ruby obviously just doesn't give a two shits what this man has said.
Yeah.
She is pissed as shit. So basically, she is. Oh wait, poo. Oh no, attack of opportunity. Never mind. So I'm just gonna. I want to move to be here, I guess. So I just will take an attack from this gentleman here.
All right. He swings at you with his mace one time. He misses.
That's nice.
You also went past the second guy.
Okay.
But I don't remember. I don't think that he's got to his turn yet after he tried to swing for Isabel with an attack of opportunity. So... No, he did. He did have his turn afterwards.
Yeah, he did. He's after, so...
Yeah, so he's going to swing for you as well. Which is a 6. He misses. So you get past both of them.
Like a ninja.
Like a cat ninja.
Yeah. See, Ruby doesn't give two shits what this man has said. So Ruby is gonna punch the guy. Basically. Yeah.
Punch.
Yeah, I'm not in the... There you go.
24 hits.
I'll do some damage. Here's some damage.
That also hits.
I'll do bonus action unarmed strike.
Go for it.
As well.
15 does hit. Give me damage.
To take concentration checks.
He needs to make concentration checks. Yeah. So that is 7 and 5. He needs to make 2 concentration checks on. It's actually the only thing that he's holding concentration on is detect thoughts, and I don't think that he really cares that much about what you're saying, so he would just break concentration.
Oh, is suggestion not concentration?
That's really funny.
No, suggestion's not. No.
Oh, okay. Cool.
No, mass suggestion is an action, verbal and material. No concentration involved. No, 60 feet, 12 creatures. I looked at that today. I was very interested in that. It's a very powerful spell.
Cool.
Yeah, he's got some very powerful spells. He's 6th level is not the highest that his spells go to. I had to balance it for 7 people plus 3 guards, you know? He's the only enemy here. He's got to be powerful against you. So yeah, you do all of that damage, and he does just drop the concentration on the detect thoughts. You've moved. You've used your action and bonus action. Is there anything else you want to do? No?
I'll just... I have no idea what to say to him. I'm not... I
It's up
know
to you
I
if you want to say
can,
anything.
but I'm not going to waste time because I can't think of what to say. So I guess I'll just take one. What? How much hit points was it? 1d5 or just one or 5 temporary hit points?
So it's 5. So it's 1d6 plus 4. We pre-rolled it so that everyone just adds 5 if they want it.
Thank you. Yep. There I am. Thank
we'll
you.
re-roll it when we get to Briar's turn for next time. Okay, so that's the end of your turn. It's now Isabel's turn.
Okay, so I'm probably out of the suggestion thing now that I've given the umbrella over.
You've not let him leave yet.
So
He's
I can't
not
really do
left.
much, can I?
Yeah, he's not left. You can do anything that isn't hostile towards him, essentially.
Okay.
So long as you are not attacking him, not taking his stuff, and you are allowing him to leave, you can do anything else. Those were
I'm
the
just gonna
suggestions.
get myself in Briar's Twilight thingamajiggy so I can get the
Nice.
temp.
Take your 5 temp HP, yeah.
And hold on. I'm not sure what to do because because me talking to him would prevent him from leaving, technically.
Well, I mean, you can still talk to him. You do have to. He asked that he made you let him leave. I'm just looking in your inventory. I don't see any healing potions or anything.
No. Oh, hold on! I've got that cloak thing.
Cloak?
Cloak of coziness.
Oh, you do the cloak of coziness. Yeah, yeah, yeah. If you use that, then you can essentially take a you use it as a what is it? You use it as an action now or as a bonus action now? You use it as a bonus action now, so that on your next turn you can use an action. You can exchange an action on your next turn to take a short rest.
Okay, I might as well do that. That's the only thing I can do, I believe.
Okie dokie. So then we'll just pop that into chat, say that you've used the ability.
I've already put it in the chat, I believe.
Oh, okay. Alright, so I think we did it at the same time because it told me that I couldn't do it. Alright, so you use the Cloak of Coziness. That means that you've used your bonus action on this turn. You've still got your action and your movement. And attacking the other guards does not count as attacking him.
Can I just use insight to see if they are still on having a go at that or not? Or is that obvious?
Well, they're holding maces and they're swinging at you, so
Okay,
you can still use the insight check if you'd like, to be sure.
No, I'll give this one a non-lethal bash with my
Go
axe.
for it. 14 hits. Give me damage.
Non-lethal.
Non-lethal. Ooh. Oh,
Shame.
maximum damage.
Woohoo!
18. Fuck my life. Well, he's not down, but you've taken him below half. He's looking pretty ropey.
And I guess that's I'll step away from him, and that's all I could do, really.
Okay. He's already used his reaction against Ruby, so he can't take an attack of opportunity.
Nice.
And you can keep your rage up until at least the end of your next turn. So we're all good there. Then it's now nobody's turn. Nobody is getting pretty tired of all of this. Doesn't like the fact that this guy is just walking over everybody. And so... Oh, can't cast that because it takes a minute to cast. Damn. That would have been so good to have cast that. Okay, instead then... Wait, did you use your... Did you use your advantage? Oh, it's too late now. It's too late anyway. Remember that you got given the that spell that nobody cast on you to mean that you got advantage on the next attack against you?
And I also forgot my extra attack.
Yeah. Oh, you do have extra attack. Well, you use it now against the guy that you just swung at.
Reverse.
Well...
He hit. She hit. She hit.
25 will hit, yeah.
And what the?
And
I
an 18 again, maximum damage. And this
Why
is
did I do that?
this is non-lethal, yeah?
Yes, still non-lethal.
Okie dokie. Then this guy is also knocked unconscious. He's down for the count. You've knocked out 2 of the guards so far. Now, once you do that, Isabel, of course, nobody is going to take the temp HP of 5, but is also going to point at the old man and cast a spell again. And unfortunately, he succeeds on the charisma saving throw. Nobody tried to cast banishment on him, and it didn't work. Was trying to get him to go to a demi plane and then come back in a given time so that they could rest up and get ready and then deal with him in a bit. But unfortunately, it didn't work out. So instead, since that was an action, I believe, yeah, then we'll have a look at what bonus actions we can do. And they're all leveled spells, so we can't use those. And we can't do any of those. And we can't do any of those. Okay, so nobody is done for this turn, as far as he's concerned, but thinks ahead and decides to jump out of the window. He's going to take 1d6 bludgeoning damage from fall and takes 1 damage. Goes from 69, nice, to 68. And now that means that nobody is going to be at the front of the building when the guy comes out the front. So can get in front of him if he tries to escape. That's that then. It is now Briar's turn. Briar, this is the last person in the party before we end our session. You stood right next to this guy. This might be the time for the big guns. I'll leave it in your hands, though. He looks a little bit hurt. Whatever you do is either going to have to pack an enormous punch or do something special to end it here.
Which one is it on the map? I had my character sheet open, so I didn't see which one.
This guy is the old guy.
So would we be aware that we're under the suggestion?
You are you're not aware. No, you know that he has said something that to you sounds perfectly reasonable. To you, it sounds like, oh, stop fighting you, give you your stuff back and leave. That sounds pretty normal. Yeah, I'm okay with that. That's what you feel. That's your feeling at the moment. Yeah. Until you've satisfied that by allowing him to leave, you won't be able to continue doing anything else.
Okay, so if I don't know,
you can do anything that doesn't fall inside of those lines.
Right, I would try to command him to stop.
That would be against his wishes, so you can't command him to do that.
I know, but yeah. I don't know that I'm under the spell, so...
No, you wouldn't be able to do that.
Right, I know. That's what I'm saying, is I would cast it thinking that I could, and I can't, so it fails.
No, I wouldn't make you fail it, no. You wouldn't even have the impulsion, the compulsion to do it.
Oh, okay, I see what you're saying. All right.
It's like a natural feeling inside of you that, oh, no, that's not right. I'll never do that because, it doesn't sound reasonable to me that I should do that.
Gotcha, okay. So then I would cast Cure Wounds on Ruby, because they're standing right next to me.
Also, don't forget to roll your 1d6 plus 4.
I'm going to do it at second level here. There we go.
Ooh, 12 health.
12.
That brings Ruby
More
back
than
up
I
to
can
full.
even have.
Yeah. Ruby's back up
Then
to full.
I would use my. Which of the thugs here is are they both down?
They're both down. The only one that's still up is the one at the end of the room.
Okay, well, I would then move my spiritual weapon that, and as a bonus action, I can move it and take an attack.
Yeah.
Which I forget how to attack with it again once I've already conjured it. Do I have to scroll all the way up and...
It should be in your inventory. It's at the top there, spiritual weapon output.
Inventory. Spiritual. Okay, there we go. Attack. Normal.
A 12 does hit. Now give me
Okay,
damage.
so rolling. Damage 6.
Okay, he's now down below half health.
All right.
Pretty successful turn, actually. Pretty successful turn. Fully healed Ruby up to full. Don't forget to roll your 1d6 plus 4 for your temp HP if you want to replace it. You've got this guy below half health. Really, at the end of this session, you guys have managed to achieve quite a bit.
And I bought my own.
Yeah, so you take the 8 instead of the 5. Cool.
All right.
Yeah, so you're at the end of this session now. We're going to leave it here for now. You obviously have the time in between this session and the next one to discuss what you will think of doing. Or any kind of suspicions or, I don't know, theories that you might have of who this guy might be, what his purpose is, why he was here, what he was doing, etc., what the umbrellas are all about, why he was screaming at you. But, yeah, there's certainly some mysteries here that I think you might need to uncover. And I'm not sure that any of you are even beginning to go down the right lines of what you might be doing. So let's see where it goes next time. Thank you, everybody, for being here. I hope that was enjoyable for all of you.
Yes.
It
Yes,
was a
thank you
lot
very much.
of fun.
We like a fight.
Yeah.
We like a fight. It's like proper D&D, isn't it?
Is it just me, or does the Fey guy just look a little bit like the BFG, but not big, obviously?
Well, I can show you a proper picture of him. Hang on. There you go.
It reminds me a bit of the BFG for some reason.
How do you say his name, just for my brain to
Olokoi.
understand it?
Olokoi.
Olokoi?
Olokoi.
I don't know why, but he was making me think of the Sandman, just an evil version.
Slight quick side note, Jackal. Can you see the northern lights from where you are?
Oh, give me a chance.
What was it out now?
Supposedly. So maybe you and Steve can as well? I can't?
I think I've got a lot of cloud here, so I doubt it, but I'll check
Yeah,
I
out.
see a lot of cloud cover. Let me check from the back window.
Never mind.
Yeah, unfortunately, I can't
Everybody's
see it.
going to look out.
Looks.
Sorry,
No,
over pond friends. I don't know if this is UK only.
No, I mean, it's 4:30 in the afternoon here, so it's bright and shiny.
Oh, I kind of forgot about the time difference. My bad.
Yeah.
That's only 1:30 here.
Yeah, we also
Yeah.
don't get the northern lights here.
It
Yeah, no, I
depends.
don't see anything. It's just
Oh,
clouds.
we usually
Standard
usually
British
get
shit.
them. Usually don't get northern lights, but there's been unusual weather
Oh.
recently, hasn't there?
Yeah.
Yes.
My
Slight unusual.
hometown has it right now, and my moon currently here is bright orange, but no northern
my.
lights.
Well,
I wish my moon was orange. I don't have a moon right now.
I can't see if we do or not.
Well, the
Sorry for the slight
reactive thing.
distraction.
So when Discord cut out, and I kept cutting in and out, I refreshed it. It did bring up the images, but did not work for the reactions. So the last half an hour, 45 minutes, your characters have not been moving on the screen, and nor has mine. So yeah, that whole Discord thing really fucked the whole boat. Everybody
Yes.
on the boat has just been fucked right royally.
I do apologise for that. I just didn't want to miss an important word you said.
Well, I didn't want Tats's stream to suffer as well, because Tats would obviously not be hearing all of me, and it would kind of ruin the immersion stuff for her viewers. So, speaking of viewers, Tats, who are we going to raid today?
I already have it all set up.
Go for it.
This person right here.
Oh my god, people have got some interesting ways of spelling shit, haven't they? Hang on now. And what are they playing? Who is this person?
She is, actually I don't know what their pronouns are, so I'm just gonna call them they.
Okay.
They're playing Life is Strange.
Oh, I've heard of that. That's like
Oh, yeah.
it's more
One
like
of
a
my
life
favourite
simulator, isn't it? It's like there's less gunfire and intrigue, and it's more sort of the emotions of a person growing up.
But they are absolutely wonderful.
It's also
I've actually
like
known them for several years.
what is it? I think the first one is like controls time, and the second one is like telekinetic, and then the last
first
one
one
sees
is one of my
emotion or
favourites.
something. Yeah.
Yeah, the first.
I've never played
They are
those, but I've
playing-
This one's the
seen
best one, I think.
The remastered version, so I don't know if it's the
Cool.
first one or not.
Well, thank you everybody for being here. I'm glad that you all enjoyed yourselves. I enjoyed myself enormously. I always love giving you a challenging situation, especially a fight. I don't like there to be simple, oh, there's a bunch of gremlins, you've got to kill the gremlins. Because then there's no reason to be getting in the fight, you know? They're just gremlins going about their day. But, yeah, give you a motivation like a child screaming. Seems to do wonders, so I'll keep that in mind for the future. Anyway, thank you everybody for being here. Thank you guys for being you. And for everyone in chat and everybody who might be watching later on the VOD, please be good to yourself. And if you can't do that, then at least have fun. And we're outie.
Take
Thank you
care.
so much.